Hello, everyone. Welcome. Tomorrow we fall into 2018. We're done with 2017. On a serious note, the lunar surface, the topography of the lunar surface. I told you guys, when presented the truth, most of you will not believe it either way. This truth was presented to people many times, and not many times was it believed. The lunar surface, look at the structure in the center. Notice how to the left there are gateways or corridors leading to other smaller structures that we can see over top of the surface, higher than any other surface. Look at the bridge to the left of the star. Getting in very, very close, we can clearly see that there are many areas of the moon that have a carpet of structures or mechanical devices all side by side. Clearly see that they are all linked together with corridors that are straight corridors, but over top of the straight corridors, they have an uneasy surface that doesn't bring the eye to stare at them, but they are there, and they are straight corridors. Over top of these straight corridors, you can see some bumpiness. We can see an outline everywhere we look on the surface of the lunar surface, towering objects that are hundreds, some thousands of feet off of the surface, that some could be passed off as communication towers when you really look closely, which I will show in the next videos in the coming weeks. We see a clear proof of color on the surface: purple, green, blue, lots of yellows. It could even be the changing of the seasons, just my speculation. But you see, I keep mentioning this. Why not? It's because it's beautiful, it's interesting, it's intriguing, it's funny, it's interesting, entertainment if you want, for some, okay. But thinking out of the box permits you to really think of what could be on the surface. For example, I try to remain religiously neutral when I am doing this. I'm looking at what I'm looking at on the surface. I'm not judging this photo based on what my beliefs are. I'm judging this photo based on what my eyes are showing me on the surface. No matter what anyone would, will, or has told me, I can clearly see that the surface of the moon is or was definitely inhabited by an intelligent being. You can't deny it. You can see the construction. Okay, if it was, some will say to me, it was thousands of years ago, Bruce. This is not recent. Okay, I respect that. I possibly, maybe even believe that that could be. I'm not going to rule that out. But what we're looking at, what I see on the surface, is symmetrical, geometrically shaped structures. And now tell me this: why have these structures remained the same? If we were to leave this earth for 100 years untouched, I'm almost sure 30% of the earth and all its structures would be either covered in vegetation or crumbled due to weather or any reason, rain, etc. Why the moon remains the same is beyond me. But now that we're under the veil, if there's a change, it will be notably noticed. Many people ask themselves the question that why would they not have communicated with us? Well, humans don't have to communicate with humans. If humans have left this earth somehow, I'm just going to say that, if they have, and started another life, and it was a long time ago, but now it's so excessive that they're like, whoa, we're seeing them. Can you imagine how long that would have had to have gone on for it to get to that point? A couple hundreds, I think more thousands of years, yeah. But Okay, so what? So they never invaded us. Well, because they have no intention to. And their intentions were to remain there for whatever reason they were there. Here, often they talk about this surface looking like a circuit board. I get the comment often, and it really truly does. Look how everything is overlaying each other or touching each other in a way that you can't help but say it looks like a constructed platform like surface. This is a crater. I don't know the name of the crater. And don't forget, this is close. It is very close up. So the crater is very small, usually, even with a big telescope. And this is zoomed up. All my work has been done with the 4-inch telescope. Don't forget, it's just under a 5-inch. It's a 127, but SLT, but there's 1500 millimeters of focal length. So it's a big telescope in a way, but you can't focus at 1500 millimeters. Look at the chimney stack right here, dead center. That white line that comes out of the surface of the moon, whether it be a stack or a platform or something, there's a dome shaped object on the end of it. The north side, you hear it on social media, many channels, some talk about this object on the top being a spaceship, just an overall surface that we don't usually see. And this is what I find interesting, what people should be talking about and focusing on. I believe the moon is more than 1/6 of the atmosphere that is on Earth. I believe there possibly could be an atmosphere up on the moon. At times, I believe you see rivers. Whether those blue lines or the greens be forests and rivers, why would we even rule that out? Seriously, you know? And I do believe, as I always say, on the surface of the moon, looking back at Earth, I'm almost positive we'd see a gray ball. Due to the optic factor, yes, I do believe there is a certain limitation, but then again, I'm saying only a certain limitation to be able to see the surface. And I'm not venting, I'm no professional, but by experimenting through filtering, there are many ways I believe that we're able to get through that darn veil on the surface of the moon to see what's underneath. And guys, it's another world. I'm sort of a humble guy, sort of never really liked having attention brought onto me, but I do like thanking and being grateful for the people I meet in life. And I was able to connect with Mr. John Lear. Yes, the John Lear. Guy is an avid UFO researcher. You know, guys, I mean, John Lear, we know what he did. The guy has license to fly um, everything all the way up to I think craft, but he has his license in everything. He's a pilot instructor, um, wonderful guy, beautiful person, and funny guy, interesting. And I connected with him. He was able to view a couple of my videos. And John, Mr. Lear, I can't thank you enough for connecting with me. Beautiful, humble person, very public person, opened up to me, and I knew that by showing the truth on the surface of the moon, that especially the higher people like John Lear and the ones that are really into this will see the truth. And I thank you for connecting with me. I mean, after all, guys, it's why I'm here, right? I'm trying to reach out to these people. Thank you, Mr. Lear, from the heart. Look at the bridge. Look at the structure. Beautiful white object, perfect bridge at the back. Wow, mind boggling. But still, some people will think this is a model. Okay, easy to say that I find that that would be disgustingly cruel to do to anyone as a joke. I mean, my gosh, the entire world, every one of us are looking for the truth, basically, without flipping out in a day. But I mean, in general, we're always looking for truth, right? Look at this. It's just exquisite surface of the moon. And isn't it incredible seeing how they're communicating these structures? Are you looking closely? All it takes, guys, is one part of this video for you that will convince you. Just pause it and look, and be mesmerized. It's there. These are the channel contributors, these two lists of wonderful people who are in the community. One big family, guys. I'm really proud of everyone here. I'm proud of the community. Thanks to all the newcomers. I want to interact, and I will be, so be prepared to be seeing me answering your messages. WSO YouTube channel. Check out to see what he's getting up in the sky.